Have you ever watered your succulents, only to watch them slowly wrinkle, turn soft, and eventually fade away? It's one of the most frustrating experiences for any plant lover. You try to do everything right. You water carefully. You give them light. You check the soil. And still, something feels off. The leaves lose their firmness. The color becomes dull. Growth slows down, or stops completely. And at some point, you start wondering, am I just bad at this? But here's the truth. It's not you. It's the method. Because with succulents, success isn't about watering more or watering less. It's about watering the right way. And today, I'm going to show you a simple but powerful technique that can completely change how your plants grow. A method trusted by experienced growers, but often overlooked by beginners. It's called bottom watering. And once you understand how it works, you'll start to see your plants in a completely different way. Because this isn't just about watering. It's about understanding how your plant actually lives. Most people water their succulents from the top. It feels natural. You take a watering can, pour water over the soil, watch it flow through the pot, and assume the plant has received what it needs. But beneath the surface, something very different is happening. Water from the top moves quickly. It rushes through the upper layers of soil, sometimes draining out before the deeper roots even have a chance to absorb it. Or worse, it creates uneven moisture. Some areas become too wet, others stay completely dry. And over time, this imbalance leads to problems. Roots near the surface may stay weak, deeper roots may dry out, and trapped moisture can slowly lead to rot. Succulents are not designed for this kind of watering. In nature, they grow in environments where rain is rare, but meaningful. When it rains, water soaks deep into the ground. The surface dries quickly, but below, moisture lingers just long enough for roots to absorb it. So the roots grow downward, stronger, deeper, more resilient. That's how succulents survive harsh conditions. But when we water from the top too often, we interrupt that natural pattern. We train the plant to depend on shallow moisture. And over time, that makes it weaker, more fragile, more sensitive to mistakes. Now imagine a different approach. Instead of pouring water onto the plant, you create a quiet space, a shallow tray, a small amount of water, and your plant resting gently above it. No force, no pressure, no rushing. This is bottom watering, a method that allows your plant to absorb water the way it was meant to, from the roots upward, naturally, slowly, and with control. Here's how you can do it. Start with a simple container or tray. It doesn't need to be special. Anything that can hold a small amount of water will work. Fill it with water just a few centimeters deep. You don't need much. Now take your succulent in its pot and place it into the tray. Make sure your pot has drainage holes. This is important. Without drainage, water cannot move properly through the soil, and the entire process becomes ineffective. Once your plant is in place, pause. Don't pour anything. Don't adjust anything. Just wait, because now, the plant begins to do what it does best: absorb. The dry soil at the bottom of the pot starts pulling water upward. Slowly, steadily, the moisture travels through the soil. If you look closely, you may notice the soil changing color as it becomes damp, darker, richer, alive. This is your plant drinking, not being forced, not being flooded, but choosing exactly what it needs. This process takes time, usually between 10 to 30 minutes, sometimes a little more, depending on how dry the soil is. And that's perfectly fine, because this method is not about speed, it's about balance. While you wait, something else happens. You slow down. You become more aware. Instead of rushing through a task, you're observing a process, a quiet interaction between water, soil, and life. After some time, gently touch the top layer of the soil. If it feels slightly moist, not wet, not soaked, just lightly damp, Your plant has had enough. That's your moment. Lift the pot out of the tray. Let any excess water drain freely. No shaking, no wiping. Just let gravity do its work. Over time, as you continue using this method, you'll begin to notice changes. Real changes. The roots grow deeper into the soil, searching for water. They become stronger, more stable, more efficient. And above the surface, your plant reflects that strength. Leaves become fuller, firm to the touch. Colors become more vibrant. Growth becomes steady, instead of unpredictable. That weak, struggling look starts to disappear. And in its place, you see something healthier, something more alive. Not just surviving, but thriving. But even with a method this effective, there are still a few things to be careful about. First, don't leave your plant sitting in water for too long. It might seem harmless, but extended soaking can still damage the roots. More water doesn't mean better results. It just increases risk. Second, always let the soil dry out completely before watering again. Succulents depend on the cycle. Dry, then wet. Rest, then absorb. This rhythm is essential. Without it, the roots never get a chance to recover. And third, always use pots with proper drainage. No matter how beautiful a container looks, if it traps water, it creates problems you can't control. And sooner or later, those problems show up. Now let's talk about something that can quietly affect everything: timing. Because even if your method is perfect, watering at the wrong time can still create issues. The best time to water your succulents is during the morning, when the temperature is moderate, and the plant is beginning its active phase. At this time, the roots are ready to absorb moisture efficiently. Watering late at night, on the other hand, can leave moisture sitting in the soil for too long. Cool temperatures slow down evaporation, and that lingering moisture increases the risk of rot. It's a small adjustment, but it makes a big difference over time. Another important skill is learning how to recognize when your plant actually needs water. This is something many people overlook. They follow schedules instead of signals. Water every few days, once a week, on a fixed routine. But plants don't follow calendars. They respond to conditions. So instead of asking, "When should I water?" ask, "What is my plant telling me?" Look at the leaves. Healthy leaves are firm and full. But when a succulent becomes thirsty, the signs begin to appear. The leaves may wrinkle slightly. They may feel softer to the touch. Some might even look thinner or begin to curl. These are not problems. They are messages. And once you learn to read them, you stop guessing. You start understanding. Soil plays a huge role as well. Even the best watering method won't work properly if your soil holds too much moisture. Succulents need well-draining soil. Light, airy, fast to dry. If the soil stays wet for too long, the roots can't breathe. And without oxygen, roots begin to fail. This is where many issues begin. A good soil mix usually includes materials like perlite, coarse sand, or small gravel. These components create space within the soil. They allow water to flow through easily, while still holding just enough moisture for the plant to use. It's all about balance. Not too dry, not too wet, just enough. Light is another factor that connects directly with watering. If your plant isn't receiving enough light, it won't use water efficiently. And when water isn't being used, it stays in the soil. That's when problems begin. So placing your succulent in a bright environment is essential. Whether it's near a window with indirect sunlight, or in a spot with direct light depending on the species. Light helps regulate everything: growth, water usage, overall health. A well-lit plant is always easier to care for. As you continue practicing bottom watering, you'll begin to notice patterns. You'll understand how long your soil takes to dry, how your plant reacts to changes in weather, how different seasons affect its needs. In warmer months, your plant may need more frequent watering. In colder months, much less. And that's completely normal. Because plants are not fixed. They adapt. And as they adapt, so do you. Eventually, something shifts. You stop overthinking. You stop worrying about every small detail. And caring for your plants becomes natural. You don't need strict rules anymore. You just observe. You respond. You adjust. And that's when real confidence begins. Not from memorizing instructions, but from experience. If you lost succulents before, that doesn't mean you failed. It means you're learning. Every mistake shows you something. Every change teaches you what works. And step by step, you get better. Until one day, you look at your plants, and they're no longer struggling. They're growing. Quietly, steadily, beautifully. And there's something else about this process that's easy to overlook. It's calming. The act of placing your plant into water, waiting, watching the soil slowly change. It creates a moment of stillness, a break from noise, a pause in a busy day. No pressure, no urgency, just a simple interaction with something alive. And in that moment, you're not just caring for a plant. You're creating space for yourself to slow down, to breathe, to be present. So the next time you reach for your watering can, pause, take a moment, and try something different. Let your plant drink. Let it decide what it needs. Trust the process, because sometimes the best way to help something grow is to stop controlling it and start understanding it. And now, I'd really like to hear from you. Have you ever tried bottom watering before? Or is this your first time learning about it? If you had challenges with your succulents, leaves falling, stems softening, slow growth, share your experience. You're not alone in this. And sometimes, one small insight can help someone else avoid the same mistake. If you enjoy calm, simple, and effective plant care, there's so much more to explore. Small changes that make a real difference. Quiet improvements that lead to lasting results. So stay with me. Keep learning. Keep growing. And most importantly, be patient, because growth takes time. And the best things in life always do.